Hey everybody, welcome in. In this video, I'm going to continue with our small office using Revit. I want to add the doors and the windows. So we're going to start with the doors. So I'm going to click on my architecture tab up in the ribbon up here. I want to click on door. We're going to use the 36 by 84 single flush. And let me zoom in on this area here. So I want the door to swing into this room and kind of close up against that wall. So if you need to change the door swing, you can hit the space bar and it'll flip it to the other side. Let's say if we didn't want the door to open into the room and want it to open out, then just kind of hover your mouse on the other side of the wall and it kind of changes the direction or swing that way. So, but I don't want to get y'all dizzy. I'm gonna click to place my wall somewhere here. And then what I want to do is zoom in. I want to measure, I want this door to be 4 inches off the wall, so off the face of this wall. So I'm going to click this little dot here to move my dimension, my temporary dimension to the face of that wall. I'm going to click this dot to move that dimension to where the door starts. And I'm going to type here, I'm going to click here in this lettering. So I want this to be 4 inches. So I'm going to type in 4 and then the inch symbol. Make sure you type in the inch symbol or it's going to be 4 feet away from the wall. And that's not what we want. So I'm going to hit enter. Okay, we got that where we want it. I'm going to hit the modify button to cancel out this command right now. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So now what I want to do is mirror this door on the other side of this wall. So to do that, I'm going to select the door. And up in the modify panel, I'm going to choose this first, the one on the left where it says mirror pick axis. I'm going to select that. So now I need to select the axis to mirror this door about. So if I kind of hover my mouse over the center of this wall, you see that little dashed line pop up. So I'm going to click on that. And then it mirrored it over. Now notice it mirrored the door, not our door tag. We'll fix that in just a minute. So I'm going to hit the modify button to kind of zoom out a little bit. Now what we want to do is, we could add these doors individually one at a time, but to save time, we're going to copy these 2 doors. So to copy, I'm going to select the door on the left, hold down the control key, select the door on the right. So now I have both of them selected. And up in the modify panel, I'm going to click on the copy. Make sure that you have your multiple is checked because we're going to copy this more than one time. Yeah, so I need to pick somewhere. Where am I going to move this? Where's the base point of these doors going to be? So I'm just going to select, again, the middle line of this wall. And so I don't want to place it on this wall. Let me zoom out a little bit. Because I already have a door in this room, so I don't need one there. I'm going to move it over to here. Click the middle of that wall. Place it, I'm going to skip that wall. Place it in the middle of this wall here. And then hit the modify button here. So we have our doors there. And now it's going to tell us it wants us to add 2 more doors. And where are they going to go? I'm going to use the same door. So go up to the architecture door. I'm going to add a door down here somewhere. It doesn't say exactly where. This one's going to open in and it's going to swing the other way. So I'm going to hit the space bar and just kind of place that somewhere. It doesn't matter exactly where. And again, I need a door over here. I want it to swing to the exterior side. Just kind of left click and place it. Now notice when I place these, I have the door tags. So I hit the modify button to get out of that. And then just to kind of show you that you can delete a door, I'm going to select the number 7 door and then just press delete on your keyboard. And notice it removes the door. It removes the door tag. It fills back in the wall. So that's what I like about Revit is. It takes care of all that for you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tag these doors that we don't have tagged. So if I go up to annotate and then click on tag all, where you at? Yeah, tag all. And then so I want the door tags to be tagged. So I'm going to check the door tag category. And then where it says tag orientation, they want us to change this to vertical. And then I'm just going to hit OK. So for some reason, they want our door tags here to be vertical. We're going to leave these horizontal. We could go and rotate those if we wanted to, but the book doesn't tell us to do that. So we're good with our door tags. Yeah, so now we're going to add our windows. So to add our windows, let me go to architecture. I'm going to click on the window. And you want to pick fixed 36 by 48, which it already is. But if not, just kind of click here and look for it in your properties here. But yeah, we already have that. So I don't need to change that. And then let's see, where are we going to place our first window? So in this room in the top left corner, I'm going to zoom in. So it wants us to place 2 windows. So I've noticed that when I place windows, I'm thinking that I want the dimensions on the outside of the window, right? But when I do that, the window is flipped the opposite way of it that it should be. So what I try to do is move it up to where the temporary dimensions show inside the room. So I'm going to place 1. I'm going to place 2. So notice on our window here, the double arrows on their outside, that's what we want. We want the windows to have the double arrows on the outside, the exterior side of the wall. Let me hit the modify tool to get out of this. So if I click on this window, notice that my double arrows are on the outside. If not, just kind of click it and it'll flip it to the other side. So just make sure those are on the outside and we're good. So to move your windows, I can just left click on a window and see these temporary dimensions. So the book has this measured 6 feet from the outside edge. So I'm going to click on this little dot, click it again. So now it's measured from the outside face to the center. That needs to be 6 feet. So I'm just going to click this temporary dimension, type in 6, press enter. So, and then this needs to be 8 feet, but I have this window selected. So I want to kind of click off of this window because I want this window to move. So I'm going to select this window. So from the center of this window to the center of this window, it should be 8 feet. So because I have this one selected, whenever I change this dimension to 8 feet, the window that's selected is the one that's going to move. That took me a while to figure that out. I'm not gonna lie, it got so frustrating because I'd have something where I want it, and I had to fix one thing. It would mess up something I already had. So anyway, I know I'm rambling here. Okay. So I want that to be 8 feet. Hit enter. So that window moves where it's supposed to be. And then what we can do is it wants us to copy these 2 windows into each of these other rooms. But it says it doesn't matter what the dimensions are as long as there's 2 in each room. So again, I'm going to left click on one window, hold down control, select the next window. I'm going to go up to the modify panel, select copy. And where's our base point? So because it doesn't matter what the dimensions are going to be, I'm just going to randomly just kind of pick somewhere here as my base point and just kind of drag it over. Now notice where those kind of dashed line is, that's where our windows are going to be. So just make sure that those are somewhere inside these rooms. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one's 5. Zoom out a little bit. So we got those. I'm going to hit the modify tool up there to cancel out that command. And let's see, what is next on our agenda that it has us do? We did that. I think that's it, right? We added our windows. We've got them in there. I want to make sure I don't forget any steps. It doesn't have us tag those windows just yet. So I believe that's it, right? So that's all we need to do for that section. So in the next video, we'll put the roof on, and what else? Place some text, and then we'll add some room names. Anyway, we got a little bit of ways to go, but in this video, I just wanted to show you how to add the doors and the windows. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and hope to see you back in the next video. All right, peace out.